to the office. Today, Michael Scott has called a conference room meeting to discuss the opportunity cost of the office. To start off, we will be discussing the production possibilities curve, otherwise known as the PPC. This graph shows the trade-off between the production of two goods, and under Mifflin, the trade-off between printers and paper, which each go on an axis. The curve shows how much of one good can be produced at the same time as the other, whether it be just producing 4 printers and 0 units of paper, 10 units of paper and 0 printers, or any combination, such as 3 pen and 6 units of paper. When the point is on the curve, it shows that resources are fully employed. If there is a point inside the curve, then resources are being underutilized, which, at Dunder Mifflin, would result as a Donald Trump impression.
Get fired.
Any point outside the curve would not be feasible with the resources the company currently has. Now, if we have an increase in outside resources, the entire curve will shift right to indicate higher levels of production. This gives us a new curve. If there is a decrease in resources, then the entire curve would shift left.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Now that you've mastered the PPC curve, let's go further into opportunity cost. So, is opportunity cost good or bad? Well, if you said no,
Get fired.
opportunity cost is good. It clearly shows what you are giving up to produce one more unit of another good. It also allows for specialization and shows where the advantage lies for producers. Now, we will use 2 employees to help us explain absolute comparative advantage. When looking at where the advantage lies, you should always lay out your data in a chart, with the thing you're comparing on top, in this case, printer sales and paper sales, and who or what companies you are comparing on the side, in this case, Jim and Dwight. Now, let's add some data. Say Jim can sell 3 printers in 2 hours, and Dwight can sell 2 printers in 2 hours. Or, Jim can sell 9 units of paper in 2 hours, and Dwight can sell 8 units of paper in 2 hours. So, when looking for the absolute advantage, you simply look for who can sell more in the allotted time. In this case, since Jim sells more printers and units of paper than Dwight, he has the absolute advantage in both categories. You could say Jim worked long and hard.
That's what she said?
Now, let's check out comparative advantage. Here is where our opportunity cost comes into play, since comparative advantage is who has the lowest opportunity cost. When deciding who has the comparative advantage, you must first decide whether the problem is an input of time or output of goods. In this case, because we are selling goods, this will be a case of output. When using output, you use the ratio of B over A. In the case of any input problems, it would be A over B. So, using our ratios, we can figure out that Jim's opportunity cost for 3 printers is 9 over 3, or 3. and his cost for 9 units of paper is 3 over 9, or 1/3 a printer. Remember, use the ratio of B over A, the second item you are comparing, over the one you are looking for, the opportunity cost on. Now go ahead and try to figure out the opportunity cost for Dwight. So, have you figured it out yet? Let's check your work. The opportunity cost for the sale of printers is 8 over 2, or 4 units of paper. The opportunity cost for the sale of units of paper is 2 over 8, or 1/4 a printer. How do you do? Did you earn a Dundee? Well, not so fast. Now we have to figure out who has the comparative advantage in each category. Quick reminder, comparative advantage is whoever has the least opportunity costs. Now, let's look back at our chart where we wrote in the opportunity costs. So, for printers, Jim has the lower opportunity cost of 3, giving him the comparative advantage. In the sale of printers, Dwight has a lower opportunity cost of 1/4, giving him the comparative advantage for the sale of paper. Now, Jim should specialize in the sale of printers, and Dwight in the sale of paper, together making them more efficient. Wow, looks like we can close the books on opportunity costs. I would like to give you a Dundee for being such a great student. Thanks and farewell for stopping by the office. I'll see you again soon. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-da, da, da-na-na-da, da, da-na-na-na, dun, dun, da-na-na-na, 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 ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.